that you probably do not value very highly right now. However, it's something that you can't live without, and boy, make the best of it.
I ditto that idea, very much so. Also, if you get a good basic time in your elementary grades, then you're on your way. But you must stick to your good education here.
Well, I can say about the same thing. It's hard to convince young people how important it is to get an education. What you learn now here at Park Lodge will stay with you as long as you live. But the thing is, much as you're probably bored with a lot of it, is to learn it. Because if you don't, sometime later in your life you're going to have to learn it. It's going to be a lot harder to learn then than it is now.
A panel of questioners was introduced as very smart, bright, fun kids. And so this may not apply to you now, but I would say as the years go along, if you have trouble with something and a teacher is there after school and offers to stay and help you, take advantage of it. It's just so unfortunate when kids have a chance to get extra help, but don't take advantage of it.
Well, that's very wise. I don't have anything to add to this, so I think I'll just pass it.
I just want to say one thing about our class at Park Lodge from 1918, 1924. We graduated from Park Lodge. We took a final examination of every subject that we had. And that's how we got into Jason Lee.
But you had one other question that you thought of too. Would you like that little cultural kind of question? And that would be fun for reminiscing also.
What kinds of music did you listen to?
The Archies, Chewy Chewy, the Beatles. I guess it's 1960s rock and roll.
Well, we had records that were classical records that they played for us, and then we had some jazz, and mostly classical though.
I seem to remember that one of the schoolrooms had a piano that one of the teachers used to play once in a while. But I don't remember the songs we sang, but there was some singing sessions we had occasionally.
In the
Charlie Mann, Lakewood's outspoken editor. He wrote this in 1943. All we ask is that you young people go out in the naughty world and teach the others of little faith, no principles, or cowardly indecision what it means to have enjoyed the privilege of attending District 400 schools, and set an example for them to follow, and by your leadership and idealism and effort, demand and receive the respect due you, for you have the rare chance of becoming state, national, and world leaders if you will but remember what your home folks in the Lakes District gave you without cost to send you on your way. So thanks to the Lakes District and to our schools and to our lives. You're welcome to visit, share your own stories. Now we've all got the creative ideas and the memories going, so please be sure that you stay and visit with each other and chat with our panel and enjoy some refreshments.